Hey everybody, it's Jim here, and today we're going to be doing a brief comparison between the Squier 40th Anniversary Jazzmaster, a Fender made in Japan Traditional 60s Jazzmaster, and my American Vintage 65 Jazzmaster. Now, although we're going to start this video right away with the sound clips, I want to spend a lot more time kind of focusing on the feel and the build quality and all that kind of stuff afterwards, because to me, that's what's going to be the biggest difference between the three models. But that being said, let's get started and hear how they sound. Alright, and as you can hear, there's quite a difference between the three of them. And there's a few factors that go into it. Obviously, the wood choices are different. The hardware is a little bit different as well. And in this guitar, this has the best pickups you can get for a Jazzmaster, in my honest opinion. Those are the Lindy Fralin stock pickups with a +5 in the bridge. So, obviously, these things are going to vary, and you can't always take these things verbatim when you're doing a sound comparison on YouTube because of compression and other factors. In your rig, something might sound drastically different. One of my favorite viewers, Sean, he points that out too, and I agree with him 100%. But that being said, when it comes to the actual feel of these instruments, the Japanese one and this one are shockingly close as far as the build quality goes. The fact that this guitar was just plecked and this guitar is playing amazing, the best it ever has. I have not stopped raving about this guitar since I got it back from Wolf's Guitars in Jupiter, Florida. The Japanese guitar, I take it out of the box, I tune it up again, you know, just to break the strings back in. It's perfect. The thing just plays flawlessly. The neck is so good. The fret ends are so smooth. The bridge stays exactly where it's supposed to stay. Even when I'm playing hard on it, it's just such a reliable instrument. And I really appreciate the fact that a lot of people will complain about the stock bridges. If it's a decent stock bridge and the guitar has been set up well, you don't need to swap it out. And of course, it's worth noting, the Squier does a really decent job, especially when you consider the fact that those are all import electronics on it. Yeah, it doesn't exactly sound like this guitar, but at the same time here, there's one caveat to me praising that. You could quickly fall into a money pit with a guitar like that. And I'm kind of the school of thought with that specific guitar. I would almost leave that guitar stock if I were to keep it, which I did not, but we'll get into that later. I would just make sure that the guitar is stable, make sure that nothing is fretting out. It's worth going in and having the frets leveled on a cheaper instrument like that, but I personally, I don't know how much tinkering I would do, because when you think about it monetarily, once you put everything into a guitar like that, you could have just bought one of the Made in Japan ones, and to me, that's a no-brainer at that point. Even in its stock form, I'd probably 99 out of 100 times take one of the Made in Japan guitars over even the most souped-up version of a Squier. But with that being said, I have to give the Squier a lot of credit. It feels pretty decent. I mean, the fret ends are nowhere near as smooth as the Made in Japan guitar, or obviously this guitar, the American Vintage, but at the price point, it feels just as good, if not better, than the majority of the Mexican guitars. And we've went into how there's no real direct competitor for this until you get to the Vintera line, which is twice the price, and at that point, you can get used Made in Japan. That's a better guitar than the Vintera. So that's kind of why I'm excluding it from this kind of Jazzmaster guide, if you will, so to speak. If you're in the market for buying one of these, what I would recommend doing is, if you're on a budget, you don't want to spend a ton of money, buy one of the used Classic 5s. There's not a real big difference between the 40th anniversary and one of those. The aesthetics are the big thing, and yes, it is a great looking guitar. I love the binding on it. I love the block inlays, but it's $600. Knowing you're going to have to do the same exact stuff that you would do if you buy a $350 one. There's a lot of sites that sell them at that price still, brand new. It's hard to justify that extra $250 in my honest opinion, unless you have the extra money and you really just love the way it looks. And at the end of the day, all three of these guitars, when set up well, will do the job of a Jazzmaster in the context of a band, in the context of a mix. If that's the kind of vibe, that's the kind of tone you're going for. Yeah, you might have to put in a little bit more elbow grease into the Squiers, but they can get you right there. Is it going to be as good as one of these guys? In my opinion, there's just let's be honest, guys, it's not going to happen. But can you get a really serviceable instrument to add to your arsenal or to take out and play live that you can rely on with one of those? Absolutely. But I'd like to hear what you guys think. Do you think it would be better to save up and buy one of the used Made in Japan guitars, or even go on the eBay and buy one of those brand new? You can get them at really good deals. Again, far cheaper than you're going to spend on reverb. You might wait an extra week or two to get it, but the amount of money that you're saving, to me, well worth it. Or are you more in the camp of, you know what, I'm happy with the Squier. I thought it did a really good job in this comparison, and it played really well once I put in a little bit of work to make sure it was reliable. no problems there. These guys, unfortunately, all the American Vintage lines especially, not the American Originals, the American Vintages, they have just rocketed in value. So if you could find one of these for about $2,000, you're in good shape. But yeah, that's just, in this market, good luck. Good luck finding one of those unless it's three-tone sunburst. So if you enjoy the content on this channel, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow for the Thursday live stream, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Till then, hope you have a great rest of your day. Take it easy, everybody.